Wherever you are in the world, you'll find some Scots celebrating the life of Scotland's most famous poet on January 25th. These celebrations often involve some weird and wonderful moments, like an address to the haggis. As you know, every year we produce a different video on Robert Burns. This year, we're doing a quiz. Because we're the Scotch Whisky Association, the quiz isn't just about the life and times of Robbie Burns, it's also about Scotch whisky. The Bard of Scotland and Scotland's national drink have a long and close-knit history, and today we'll be testing our contestants of what they know about it. Now, for our contestants for the day. -1 point for Pam for not knowing what a job is. It's not fun. If you're watching, please play along and let us know how well you do. Now, let's get on with the quiz. Burns famously mentions a Highland distillery in his poem Scotch Drink. Unfortunately, it's now closed. Burns actually mourns the closing of this distillery in the poem, but do you know what it was called?
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Can you show me your answers? There's one correct answer amongst them. It's Farintosh.
I didn't know, but it just came into my mind, so I assume from having been kind of past Burns Night Suppers.
Yeah, was it in Dingwall, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, I should have known.
In 1784, a change in the excise law caused the closure of Farintosh Distillery in the Black Isle, north of Inverness. I've got a bit of Scotch drink that mourns the closure if anyone would like to read it.
The Farintosh was sadly lost, Scotland lament by coast to coast, how colic grips and barking hosts may kill us all, for loyal Forbes' chartered boast is ta'en awa.
What is the closest distillery to where Robert Burns was born? Fun fact, this distillery is actually on the site of the Burns family farm, meaning he worked the soil on the same land that they grow their malting barley. Show me your answers. One of those is correct. It's Suzanne, it's Lockley.
I'm not far off.
It's all Ayrshire distillery,
Yeah.
so
I did check this on Google Maps because I did see something saying Arran was the closest, and so I had to use the tool to measure by distance what was actually closest, and Lockley was the closest one. Lockley Farm was where Burns spent a formative period of his life engaging in farming activities and observing the rhythms of rural life. It was during his time at Lockley that Burns began to write poetry, influenced by his experiences, observations, and the folk culture of Scottish countryside. Burns had a whiskey-related job. What was it? Show me your answers. Excellent, 3 out of 3. Yes, Burns was an exciseman and he collected taxes on whiskey. Burns had become totally disillusioned with working on the land, so just before his 29th birthday, he decided to put his education to better use by seeking a steady, well-paid job as an exciseman.
in our old London office, we had a extract from an excise book, which was allegedly signed by Robbie Burns, but someone had cut out the signature. So nobody actually could see who signed it, but that was the legend, that this was the thing signed by Robbie Burns, but without signature. So.
Now we're going on to our Burns supper questions. Burns' poem, Address to a Haggis, is often read at a Burns night supper. True or false? Whiskey is mentioned in the poem, Address to a Haggis.
Still going to punch in the head.
It's 50-50, I reckon.
Yeah. All right, show me your answers. Oh, Susanna. You got it wrong.
I suspect it was wrong, but it should be mentioned.
Yes.
He'd come back.
That's right, it's false. It is not mentioned in this poem specifically.
So the only
French
poem I know.
ragout that always sticks in my mind from Address to the Haggis.
French ragout.
The French ragout would make you spew. That's the...
Aside from the glass holding your dram, name one part of the meal often served on Burns night that might contain whiskey. Are we ready? Show me your answers. Ooh, correct. I had on my card Cranachan, and I also had whiskey sauce for the haggis, but is whiskey used in the actual making of the haggis itself?
Pour it over the haggis.
It's a secret recipe. I reckon it does.
Well, I pour it over the haggis.
Do you set it on fire? Not like a Christmas pudding then.
That's what my father always did at the tradition. Didn't just sauce, just whiskey over the haggis and sauce.
So I've got the final question, but you know, it might not be final in the video recording, so I'm just gonna take a pause there. Name one of the more formal toasts where you might raise a dram of Scotch whisky to the crowd at a Burns night supper. Show me your answers. A toast to the lassies, address the lassies, and the immortal memory. All correct. Pam actually got the terminology wrong there. I've got a toast to the lassies on my card here.
Oh, I thought it was an address though.
It's addressed to the haggis.
That does not surprise me. Pam got it all round the wrong way, but
Toast to the haggis.
Thank you for playing, team, and if you were playing along at home, thank you for joining us. I hope you're feeling sufficiently knowledgeable about Robbie Burns and Scotch whisky. Enjoy your Burns supper tonight, and remember to drink responsibly, because Scotch whisky is made to be measured.